So today is a very weird day for gaming. So if you haven't heard, basically the head of 343 has left. Take a look at this article here by Polygon. Halo boss Bonnie Ross steps down as head of 343 Industries. Ross has worked with the Halo franchise for 15 years. For better or worse. The head and co-founder of Halo developer 343 Industries, Bonnie Ross, announced Monday that she's leaving the Halo Infinite developer. While I had hoped to stay with Halo until we release the winter update, I am letting you know I will be leaving 343 and attending to a family medical issue, Ross said in a tweet on Monday. I am incredibly proud of the work everyone at 343 Industries has done with Halo Infinite, the Master Chief Collection, the Halo TV series, and so much more. It has been an honor to serve alongside the team for the last 15 years and to be a part of the universe that I love. Thank you everyone in the Halo community for your support. Was that a joke? Halo's future is bright. I cannot wait for all of you to experience what we have in store. What do you have in store? Their bundle. And to cheer alongside you as a... Why did my light just get so much brighter all of a sudden? Good God. And to cheer alongside you as a fan at the Halo World Championship in October. So then there's like a bunch of other stuff about, you know, just her as a person and how she was involved with 343, but... This is very interesting. I saw a video by Mr. Matty Plays. I definitely recommend going and watching that if you haven't seen that one yet. But basically, he was saying that maybe this, family incident, what if you use this to her advantage to maybe get a graceful leave before she was kind of, forced out by, the rest of the community and people working there? Because it's a little obvious with the way Halo Infinite was going. There was going to be some changes, so I think it's best that she did kind of leave on her own terms before Microsoft came knocking on the door, which probably would have been coming in like a week or two to be like, hey, you either fix this like immediately or bye-bye. So my mind is like racing right now. There's a lot of things that could happen with this, for better or worse. So my first question is, who is the one that made the decision to make Halo Infinite a live service game? Because if it was this Bonnie Ross person and she was the one kind of like, forcing this strategy, maybe it's a good thing she's gone. But on the same breath, what if without like a head person there, every developer just kind of like loses track and just goes completely off the rails, and we get even less content now where things go even more haywire? Because I'm not really seeing it here, but I know that another person took over. Okay, so it's saying right here, Pierre Hintze has now been named the new head of the studio. I'm not exactly sure who this is, but I'm wondering if this is going to be a good or a bad thing, because without, even though there's another head in place, so it's not like they don't have a head person, but the thing is, it's a different person. It's going to take time for things to adjust, so I'm just wondering. I'm not too familiar with the developers and people over at 343, but is this a good guy that we can trust to get Halo back on track, or are things going to go even worse? If this guy knows what he's doing, I'm sure he could get Halo Infinite back on, a good place somewhere by 2023, like somewhere in the range of 2023 to 2024, hopefully. Or this guy could be even worse, he'd be pushing for the live service stuff even more, and just I don't know. Let me just get this across right now. Live service is not inherently a bad thing, in general, but for Halo, it clearly hasn't been working. If they're gonna do live service, they have to do it right, and clearly they aren't. So I think the best course of action would just be to drop all this stuff. Stop wasting your time, because, look, they don't have the time to drop new maps, but they have the time to develop all these new bundles, and cat ears, and all these other things they've been wasting time on that, regardless of how you look at it, take time away from developing the actual maps, game modes, and things inside of the game. It genuinely kind of infuriates me, because they have the gall to drop all these little 5-second teasers and trailers for all these bundles, especially with that new one coming out. It's like that green and pink skin, they hype that all up. Where's the content? You waste the time on all this stuff. Making trailers takes time. Making these dumb skins and stupid battle passes that have nothing in it. In other games, at least battle passes are somewhat good. Fortnite, Call of Duty, they have at least somewhat good battle passes with cool skins, cool guns. These just suck anyway. Stop wasting your time on this and give us actual content. I hope that this new guy knows what's wrong with Halo Infinite, or can at least, get his head out of his ass and acknowledge it, and be like, okay, we have enough, BS stuff in the game. Let's drop this whole season ideology, and let's just start pumping out content. Is there, one map, one game mode per season quota of seasons that last, 10 months isn't doing it right now? Just, hop off the season live service BS train and just start developing content And then, when you have it all ready, just start dropping it. We need, like, a Noah's Ark of, like, Halo Infinite right now. We need a swarm of content to just come in and be like, pop! There you go. Bunch of maps, bunch of game modes, go live it up. Split screen's already in the game, go ahead, drop that. You know, the Forge beta, obviously that's not coming till November, but honestly, at this point, I don't care if the Forge is in alpha. If it's someone working right now, push it out and just clearly label. This is alpha, it's broken, it's barely working. Maybe get feedback from the community. There have been many games in the past that have completely changed their direction and completely walked away from a certain format that they were doing in order for things to just, you know, work. Everybody uses this example, but like No Man's Sky. You saw what they did there. Completely changed direction, made everything actually good. Now everybody loves that game. Master Chief Collection, inside of the same franchise, funnily enough, also developed by 343 Industries. They did what they had to do. They just started pumping out the content, fixed all the trash of the game, and finally, it is one of the most highly regarded bundles, collections in video game history. So I feel like if Halo Infinite just kind of like gets off this like stupid live service kick and just does what Halo used to do and actually give us good content, I feel like we'd be on a much better playing field right now. Because as I said in my last video on this, the problem with live service games, or the way that Halo Infinite is handling it, is that live service games have a plan. When the new season comes, they're like, okay, here we go. Like Call of Duty, we got 4 maps that we're going to give you. We're going to give you 2 maps at launch, 2 maps midway through the season. We're going to drop in some game modes. Here you go. Here's 2 new weapons. Got a battle pass. There's like tens and tens of skins, cool gun bundles, cool camos, cool calling cards, all of this. And Halo, what do you get? A little like arm piece or chest piece and a little bit of color in the battle pass. You get maybe, have they even given us new maps? Like maybe 1 or 2 maps per season? Like it hasn't been planned out. The way I see it, there's a few ways to go with Halo Infinite. Either A, continue the live service thing and keep doing what you're doing and just pray that by the time season 3 rolls around, they have more maps developed and they can start taking the Call of Duty approach, dropping a couple of maps per season, not just like one, not just one game mode here, not one map here, but like maybe a couple things per season. They could keep trying to make this work, even though clearly they have no idea what they're doing. B, bring in another studio, which I think is the best option. This is the best option right now. I think they should bring in another studio. 343 needs to sit back and be the overseer, be like, okay, if you guys are having problems, come to us. This is how we coded this. This is how we coded that. This is how this code works with that. Like, help them figure out the UI, how the engine is coded, like everything like that to make sure the game can actually work, but let the next team kind of just develop all the live service stuff. Somebody more familiar with this, or somebody that is more effective at doing this, because it's not that hard, or at least it shouldn't be, for Microsoft's flagship studio developing their main freaking franchise, Halo, the thing that is on the box of the Xbox. Or C, just admit your loss, and if you really don't want to bring in another studio, just say, okay, live service didn't work for us, we don't know how we're doing the seasons, because obviously they're developing it as the seasons go on, which isn't the way to go, and just be like, okay, screw the seasons, we're not going to waste any more time on doing anything that a normal live service game would take, all the stupid battle pass stuff, all the stupid cosmetics, this, that, and the other. All the resources, all the development time going into new game modes, new maps, and then the customization BS goes second, because clearly they have like really bad time management issues or really bad priority issues, because it's clear what they've been prioritizing. Or trailers on their YouTube channel are dedicated to bundles than maps. And another option that was also in Mr. Matty's Play video that I really liked, just doing more with Halo again, you know? Give us like a Halo Wars 3. Dude, screw it. Go outside the realm. Give us Halo Gwent. You know Gwent, the card game? Give us a Halo version of that. Why not? Like, I'm not saying I want that, but I'm just saying go outside the box. Give us Halo card at this point. I'll take anything. Just do something new with the franchise. Even Call of Duty's done it. They had a Clash of Clans type game on the freaking mobiles, Call of Duty Heroes a couple years ago. There's a lot that can be done with Halo. So there's a couple of options, and there's even more options than the ones that I listed. I want the best for this series. I'm sorry for getting a little heated in this video. I just really love this franchise, and it is pissing me off seeing 343 piss and shit all over Halo. Like, when Bungie was around, we never had problems like this, but 343 is simply incompetent, and I do not believe they were the right person to take over Bungie's place to develop Halo. All the Halos that have come out since then have either been absolutely trash or have had way too many issues. Halo 4 was insanely inferior to anything that came before it, and I knew that the first time that I played it. Halo 5, I played for 5 minutes and literally took my game back to GameStop. Never even want to look at that game again. Halo Infinite, it feels good to play, but we know where that's at. Oh, and Master Chief Collection. Somehow they took 4 games. Well, wait. Halo Halo 2, Halo 3, ODST, Reach, all that, okay? Yeah, well, wait, no, when Halo Master Chief Collection first came out, I don't think it had either ODST or Reach, but that's besides the point. They took a handful of games that everybody loved and were perfect and found a way to mess them up. I don't know, I'm literally just rambling at this point. I want the best for this game. That is all I want. I feel like we've made enough noise. The fact that she stepped down and quit and blamed it on a family medical, like, I'm not saying there wasn't a medical issue, but, like, it was definitely just like, oh, this is perfect timing. I'm gonna leave now. I don't know. Anyway, I'll show you guys what's been happening in my life now. So, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, also, if you were just here for the Halo news, you can kind of dip out now. This is just for the subscribers or anybody interested in seeing what's new with me. So, if you remember in, like, any of my other videos, you know, I'm always sitting in that little recliner, just kind of gaming, doing my thing there. But, say goodbye to the recliner, say goodbye to the air mattress I've been sleeping on for a couple months. Boom! Wait, it's not in frame. Boom! Enter the futon. It took me a lot of time to put together, and the sad part is, I spent like maybe 2-3 hours putting it together, but the final step, there was these hooks, right? You gotta put these little hooks in the front to keep the mattress from sliding off when it's in couch mode. It took me 3 hours to get those screws in. 3 hours for the, 2-3 hours for the rest of it, and 3 hours just to get these little screws into this little spot. But it's not my fault. Anyways, I've got a lot of stuff to clean up today. Okay, there's trash everywhere. I gotta clean it up just from, you know, all the work I was doing. Room's a bit messy, gotta clean that up. That's why this video was a bit different. Tomorrow we'll be back to normal for sure, though. Also, thank you guys for all the support on the videos lately. My Xbox versus PlayStation video I dropped a couple nights ago is now one of my most viewed gaming videos. No, it is actually my most viewed gaming video, so thank you guys so freaking much for that. It just keeps going up, and the comments, the support on it, it's been a little toxic at some points, but I really appreciate it. You guys have been supporting me like crazy lately. And also, if you're unaware, that $500 challenge is still going on. If I hit 500 subs by the end of the year, my friend is still giving me $500. So, if you want to help me get there, I never asked for subs, but this is $500, dude. All that money's gonna go back into the setup so I can bring you guys even better content. Anyway, as always, a shout out to the patrons, comments, favorite grandma, and little booty tab. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and hopefully I'll see you guys back here tomorrow at 7. Thank you for watching, and love you all. Stay beautiful, and have an amazing day. Peace.